The Flesh-Eating Jinn, as narrated by an eyewitness. My name is Hakim Maya. By heritage, we belong to a village called Kabilpur located deep in a forest southwest of Bagerhat. That village no longer exists. You won't find it on any map. The government has marked the place as a restricted zone in red. But I know why. Because I am the only living eyewitness of that cursed night. It all began in the last week of November 1991. The winter had started to settle in, the forest grew denser, and every evening, a strange rotten, metallic smell began to drift through the air. No one knew where it came from. To the north of the village, there was an abandoned cottage. A Tantric monk had lived there long ago, but the place burned down in a fire 10 years earlier. Since then, it was considered haunted. No one went near it. One morning, we saw black smoke rising from that chart hut. A boy named Rafik reported, "Someone new has arrived." The elders ignored it at first, but what happened over the next few days was beyond description. First, Fazlu Mallah's cow disappeared, then Uncle Salamat's goat. The following week, Amzad Pagla's duck farm was emptied overnight. No one saw or heard anything. Only in the morning, fresh bloodstains would be found on the grass and sometimes bones so clean, it looked like the meat had been licked off by a tongue. Back then, I was young, 31 years old, with courage in my body and curiosity in my heart. I decided to go see the cottage for myself. From a distance, I began to feel shortness of breath and chills up my spine. Inside, I saw a middle-aged man sitting still like a statue. His eyes were deep hollow sockets, and his lips looked burned. He didn't say a word, just stared at me like he was trying to read what was inside me for a long time. Around him were scattered bones, not just bones, but human teeth too. Small bottles filled with red liquid, and on the walls, written in blood. There is nothing holier than flesh. That very night, a nightmare was unleashed. People began disappearing, first Sahid, then Rukaya, and then Hazen Master's daughter Remy. No bodies were found, only bones so clean, it looked like someone had chewed off the flesh. No blood, no skin, just bone. That's when a few of us villagers decided we couldn't take it anymore. Myself, Dr. Kashim, Robiel, and Munawi went to the cottage one night. There was no lock on the door, but it wouldn't budge as if someone was holding it from the inside. Kashim muttered, "Isabella, something is here." I peeked through the window and what I saw inside was not human. It looked human in shape, but its arms were unnaturally long, its fingers on each hand, with rusted blade-like nails at the tips. Suddenly, it twisted its neck toward us, but its eyes were hollow, empty sockets like someone had gouged them out. Robiel got scared and ran. He never came back. Alavid next morning, his body was found under a gab tree. Half his body was missing. His chest was hollow like something had sucked out everything inside. Beside his corpse, something was written, "My hunger won't stop, not until faith is broken." That's when I realized a man named Nassim who lived in the cottage wasn't human. He was a kafir jinn, and the destruction he was spreading wasn't a curse, it was a deliberate hunt. Kafir jinns are said to be born to break human faith. They live in cremation grounds, jungles, and ruins. They can't bear the call to prayer from a Muslim's lips, but the moment someone stops praying they become prey. When we took the villagers to the local religious scholar, he said, "The path Nassim has chosen is one of forbidden magic." He sold his soul and opened a door, one that, once opened, doesn't just destroy people, but entire villages. And that's exactly what happened. That night, December 14, 1991, we all felt something was coming, but no one was prepared. Midnight, a massive roar echoed through the center of the village as if something was rising from beneath the ground. Smoke like fire started rising from the cottage, and from inside came the coarse voices of 100 beings. Give more flesh." Then we saw it wasn't collapsing. The cottage was slowly sinking into the earth, like something alive was swallowing it whole. Those of us who survived ran. No one looked back. Only one person saw, through the morning fog, Nassim standing, chewing on a human bone, with lightning flickering in his eyes. I ran away after that. It's been 32 years. But you know what? Last week, my grandson found a reddish urn while playing. When I saw it, a chill ran down my spine. It was that urn, the one used to summon him. I tried to burn it, but the fire wouldn't go out. I poured water, nothing. That urn now sits quietly in one corner of my house. And some nights, I still hear, "Give more."